K Option has a question here. What have you found is the best way of getting suppliers to reduce their price? Really, the best way is number one, just asking. You don't want to start off your relationship, though, by just automatically asking for big discounts. Usually, the way I do it is I start off just asking casually. Do you guys have any like standard discount levels that we should be aware of, or free shipping levels? Some bigger distributors will let you know all this information up front. You don't have to worry about it. You're going to see it there. Others are not going to tell you. So I just ask casually that in the beginning. Then I usually start analyzing the list that they've given me, either the distributor or the brand. I go through the products and match them up on Amazon. Right now we're using a software called Tactical Arbitrage. I used to use a software called Analyzer Tools. Both do very similar things. We switched to Tactical Arbitrage because they also have a way to analyze variation listings to tell how many reviews are in each variation. But we match them up, and then I just assume that I can get between a 10 to 20% discount. It's not always the case that is going to happen, but I just make that assumption going into it. So I tell my virtual assistants now, because I haven't done the actual sourcing for quite a while on a large scale. My VAs are doing that. But they are looking for products that are selling, have a 0% ROI or better. And you heard me right, 0% or better, right? Because I'm okay with a product doing 20% ROI if it's selling really well. Ideally, we want more 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, or 100%, but I'm okay with 20%. And like I said, we can get maybe up to 10 to 20% discount on these products sometimes. So we're looking for anything in that area. And so I build up a big list of all the products that I want to get. And based off of numbers, either from Jungle Scout or Helium 10 or some other tool, I guesstimate how many I think I can sell per month. And so now I can come back to the supplier and say, hey, these are all the products that I want to order. This is how many I think that I can order or sell every month. And this is my target price. So my target price, I usually set that at a minimum of like 40% ROI. I usually say if you ask for a discount and they give you that discount, then you didn't ask for low enough. So I usually go lower than my minimum would, the minimum I would take. And I send that big list to them. If it's a distributor, you might have a big list of products. If it's a supplier, it might be a smaller one. But I send that to them, and one column I include in there is that target price that I'm looking for from them. And that way, it kind of shows that you're more, what's the right word? More legitimate, right? You're going to make a purchase of these products. You're not just going to make a $100 order or even a $500 order. The bigger the order, obviously, the more likely you can get discounts. And so I send that to them. They'll come back. Sometimes they say, oh, we don't do any discounting. That happens. And then you got to go from there. Other times they'll come back and usually say, well, we can't do that, but we can do this. And then you can go through the list and see if those new costs will work for you. Now, oftentimes I will make an initial order on the products that are profitable, if there are any, before asking for discounts. So if there's any products that already meet my criteria, I can order them. I'll order them and go ahead and start that relationship. And then before I make the second order, that's when I'll ask for the bigger discount on the other products. Because that way you've established yourself. You're not just some guy on the internet who's trying to buy them and going to waste their time. Because it happens a lot. There's a lot of bad Amazon sellers out there that will go and be like, oh, I want to order all this stuff. Give me huge discounts. And then they make a $100 order. or a $500 order. 500 may be okay, but that's still a relatively low if you're asking for big discounts, right? If you're not asking for discounts, $100 order, $500 order is fine. But just keep in mind that when we first start selling products, we're not ordering what we think we can sell in a month. So I always let them know that ahead of time as well. This is what I think I can sell per month. My initial order is going to be less than that so that we can get real world numbers, right? Because I'm only ordering like 12 or 20 or 24. Even if Jungle Scout and Helium 10 say that I could sell 100 or 500 or even 1,000. Maybe on 1,000, I might order 50 or 60. But I'm not trying to take a huge risk with that initial order. But that's kind of how we're going through and getting discounts. Discounting is the name of the game in wholesale. You're going to find a lot of those lists. They're not profitable, but somebody else is selling them at a lower price. So they are either buying it from a different distributor or direct from the brand if you're looking at a distributor, or they negotiated a bigger discount than you. So discounting typically is the norm. Not everybody discounts, but it is relatively typical to discount.